All right, thank you, and hello, and happy Saturday from the Seattle Hempfest 2012. I'm hanging out here with Steve Deangelo and Dr. Bob Melamede, and it rocks to have my friends hanging out here. And you guys have been pioneering an awful lot in the marijuana movement, whether you wanted to or not. I mean, you realized that your patients needed to have the medication were being deprived, and you, the IRS, was trying to shut down businesses with a stamp. So how do you guys keep going after all these years?
Oh, well, you know, it's quite simple. I think both of us were called by this plant, and, you know, once you're called, you're not released until you get there.
Is that it, Mary Jane?
That is basically it. I mean, for me, it's a scientific calling. I like to learn and to understand how life works, and this plant and our endocannabinoid system that the plant acts on is how life works.
And it's got a nice community to it. That's why we're out here smoking out together as a one big happy family. People say that, you know, if you re-legalize marijuana, you're going to have a bunch of stoners going wild. We're not going wild, are we?
No, I think that we're in perfect balance here, right?
Yeah, but look at how wild other stoners, probable stoners were, like Jefferson and Washington, and the horrible things that they did.
Or wait, who was that guy? President Obama. That's right. President Obama. Yeah.
Yeah, but so unfortunately, he's not creating.
Well, he's
a world
in
of
denial.
freedom.
He's in denial.
Well, and then
we know what's wrong. The poor guy has terrible cannabis deficiency syndrome here. It's a perfect example of what happens when people stop ingesting enough cannabis.
And Bill Clinton, don't forget Bill Clinton. Right.
And the longer he goes without it, the crazier he gets, right?
Our president, that's right. And didn't Jack Kennedy have it in the White House too?
Who knows?
I think. Anyway.
Oh, are you kidding? Cannabis has been in every single White House. I guarantee you there's not a White House that has happened that cannabis hasn't been in it in one form or another.
Now, has it not been a mind boggle for you working in Washington, D.C. to drive by these medical marijuana dispensaries in Washington, D.C.?
Well, I'm in Colorado.
Yeah, but you said you've been working there, though, right?
Yeah.
And then our politicians drive by them, and then they go into the Congress and they outlaw what they're...
They don't have real dispensaries there. They don't have Harborside, for example.
Well, in fact, the dispensaries
are not
yet open in Washington, D.C. They're still going through getting permitted and getting open. So hopefully a year from now, that will be happening. And you're right, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen when Congress people hopefully not only just go past the dispensaries, but get invited to go in them and see what's really going on. And hopefully that's when we win their support.
Exactly. Now,
I mean, I'd love to have a Harborside in Washington, D.C. and move them all through there, you know.
Now, we've only got a couple more minutes of your time, and I want to make the most of it. People out there want to know how they can get involved, how they can make a difference, what they can do. Any idea from your...
Sure, go to saveharborside.org. That's saveharborside.org. There's complete instructions there on how to plug in. And if that doesn't give you enough activism, then go to safeaccessnow.org, Americans for Safe Access, and they'll put you to work after that.
And Dr. Melamede, how can people get involved in the medical aspect?
Well, I would say everybody's going to make sure they contact their congresspeople. That's the only way, both state and local, and let them know your opinions so that they also know that their future, their electability is dependent on them acting the right way. That's the scientifically sound, nationally healthy way.
Yeah, exactly right. If you haven't seen the inside of your elected representative's office, then you're not serious about changing the law.
Absolutely true.
And you guys have been on my program. I don't know how many times you like the family here, and I want to thank you for taking time here at the Seattle Hempfest to spoke out with Casper and friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Casper.
And good luck to you in all you do. We'll be back more later.
All right.
Gotta go party.
So Stevie.